Hi everybody, this is Sharifa and welcome back to the Nubian Review as I do my planner chat and bullet journal setup for the last week of, what is this, March? I almost said August. I don't know why my mind is on August. So this week I plan on doing something a little different. I'm going to use some decorative sidings for my bullet journal in certain places. So I have this paper right here. This is the current book that I'm reading also. Really good. It's really good. And my goal is to finish this before the month end because I'm reading that in 3 other books. So not on the deadline. I'm not forcing myself. If I finish it, great. If I don't, I will continue. But Assyria, it is so good. So let's get back to the planner chat. So I thought this week that I would do something a little different in my bullet journal and give you a flip through of the B5. Now, in previous videos, I gave you a flip through of this one right here. This is A5, and the goal of the series is to show different different planner spreads with different types of how can I say sizes. Getting the same planner spreads with different same layout, different sizes. I'm butchering my words up. So yes, I plan on either using this side right here, which I love so much. This is so cute and so adorable. I'm a mom of 6 cats, so forgive me if you see a cat run through or if you hear something in the background. It's probably my beautiful kitties. And I have a water ring right here too, but we're not going to pay attention to any of that. It's a typical day. So either this side or the other side. I'm debating. I'll probably use a little bit of both. What I will probably do is cut down the middle. Let me see how this would look if I fold it in half. And then use some of the sides for this and some of the sides for that. That is an option. Or option 2 is to use the shadow cat. I like to call this my shadow cat spread. To use my shadow cat spread. This is also a viable option. And this has nothing on the back. So this is a likely proponent. I didn't know I had a little grease stain, but oh my God, this is fresh too. But anyway, so yeah, I may use that one. So I haven't decided yet. But before I do, I want to slip these 2 pages into my social media spread. Let me see if this is working. I created a social media spread for everything social media. So I didn't have to constantly put it in my actual bullet journal. Yeah, this doesn't look good. I may have to use like another stick or my whiteouts. But meanwhile, so yeah, this right here is going to help me lay out my schedule. It will be somewhat of a concrete standard schedule until I can find until I get a rhythm of how I want to record and post my videos. So this will just sit in here probably until tomorrow. So I give myself a couple of hours today to work on my material. So I want to stay within that time frame. So in doing that, I am going to set this to the side, possibly under here for right now. So let's get into the planning phase. If you're new here, Welcome or welcome back to my oldies. I would turn the camera off, y'all, but this is just real life. I want to kind of get this water stain because just seeing that it bothers me. But this is real life, you guys. This is real life. I would not do anything less. Next time I'll be a little bit more prepared. It's pretty late at night, and so I like to tidy up a little before I go to bed, and I'm actually doing this, setting this up before I go to bed. So hopefully this will be posted so you guys can see my weekly spread and the comparison. So I apologize for the little intermission. So let's get into it. And it looks so much better. I don't know where the water is coming from. Did I not dry it all the way up right? Okay. It came off. It's from my glass, and I should have grabbed a coaster, but I'm in the process of doing some projects around my house, and one of them is resanding my table and like repolishing it. So I haven't decided if I was going to do like a darker color or a lighter color, but I do have some samples. So I haven't decided yet, but that's one of my many projects that I am trying to get out the way in Q2. And speaking of Q2, I'm going to use this washi right here. I will be posting a video of my Q2 layout. I have some new spreads that I will be sharing with you guys, and these layouts, they will be available on my Etsy storefront. So if you're interested, they will be available. It's definitely the ruler. It'll be available, I would say, after the 28th of this month. Give me one more moment. I think I'm going to have to keep this cloth with me. I got some smudging. It's working on a project, and it left a little smudge right here on my ruler. Okay, so let's get to it. So once again, I'm working in my A4 bullet journal, and so every week I like to, and it's just a preference, I mean this has nothing to do with me planning, but I like to put washi on the side of my pages. That's part of my therapeutic setup. Having the pages, I guess you can say decked out a little bit. So I would do like a vertical, and then the next day I would do horizontal, and so I'll go all the way in those two patterns until Saturday. And then Sunday, I set for another week. So let me lay this down. So quick chat. Working on my Q1 goals, and I am realizing that a lot of things that I started working on, I didn't stop working on it, but I have not made any, I have not completed anything. And so instead of looking at Q1 as a failure and giving up, I just had to rethink my strategy and come out with a better plan. And so that's what I've been focusing on for the past week is, you know, what can I do differently? Not to get to my goal quicker, but you know, for me just to have a little bit more progress in what I'm trying to do. And so I've been doing this challenge. This book I read is called 52 Mondays, and it's a pretty good book. I want to get the author's name. I don't want to give you the wrong name, so I'm not going to say it right now. So, but in the book, the author gives you like little motivational things that you can do to move your goals along. Now, there are some plus and there's some negatives to the goal setting, especially if you're a type of person who has always been like goal oriented in some form or fashion. Like hitting some of these goals may not be an issue to you, but so it may not be an issue to you. For some, it may be. For those who don't see a way of just like, you know, doing any kind of concrete goal setting, this book will probably be helpful to you. And there are so many other sources out there for goal setting. For this one, because this is a solid green, I think I want to add another color to this one. So let me see what I have in my stash. Let me dig in my stash. A lot of these I may be using more than once. It's pretty. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'll go ahead and use this. You guys let me know. I'm just pulling it out. It kind of came unraveled. Is that a good contrast? I think it is. I like it to stand out. It doesn't have to be matchy. It just has to complement it. I think this does a good job at complementing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and this right here, this washi tape, I found it on Amazon. It was on sale. I couldn't even tell you how much, but it is called the Van Gogh washi tape set. I went to see an art exhibit, and I don't know if it's still, I think the exhibit is still touring. I'm going to put the rest of this back. And it was basically a history of some of his paintings. So I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to just cut it so it can be some type of, let me see if I can find my scissors. Or not. Look, cut it or not. Oh, here you go, right here. Alright, so I think I'm going to cut it right here so I can just have a little evenness about it. Cut it right here like a slant. Yeah, so we do that on that end. And then I'm going to beautify it a little bit on this end also. I do like the torn and tattered look sometimes, but you know, sometimes I just want my washi to just all be set up together the right way. So let's get this down. This wasn't part of the plan, but I wanted to use some green. Well, actually, I was checking out how many green shades of green I do have, because I'm doing a all green theme for the month of March. I'm sorry, the month of April or May, one of those days. Whatever month. Oh, it's May. Mental health month. So I'll be doing all green washi setups for that one. Yeah, but getting back to goal setting, because sometimes I just get distracted on the conversation. So yeah, I started off this year with 3 goals in mind, and I'll share that with you in a future video. But one of the goals were, because I don't want to get heavy into goal setting, but one of the goals were to have my basement decluttered and organized. And I started off really, really strong, you know, committing to going down to the basement. You know, the goal was to do, okay, so in January the goal was to do it 15 minutes a day. And you know, 15 minutes a day shouldn't be anything. I'm like, okay, well, you know, I can do 15 minutes a day. I started off strong, but then I started to say, okay, I'll do 15 minutes, but then I'll do, instead of going 15 minutes a day, I'll go every other day, and then I'll do 30 minutes a day. So you see where I'm going with this. So eventually it got down to me not going 30 minutes a day, or when I do, I'll go in long hauls and I'll get a lot done and I'll see progress and then I'll stop. And so that was January. So February comes around, and so I stuck with the same goal in February. I said, okay, because I'm seeing progress, but I just need to put a little bit more effort, you know, in going down to the basement every 15 minutes. I mean, for 15 minutes a day. But I wasn't really making the time to go. And just, I wouldn't say I made a lot of excuses, but I really did. I really was not consistent in you know, trying to get that goal done. So here we are, March, almost the end of March, and I have made some leeways. One side of my basement, where the laundry room is at, is really clean. Got everything, you know, where I want to get it. But now I'm still working on the other side, where I can, more like it actually can be like a guest room if I get my act together. So we'll see. So the goal is for April, because I soon want to get outdoors, and just focus on doing the yard work and just having it organized to where if I need to store things in the basement would already be set up. So those are just some of the goals. Yes, I kind of got sidetracked, you know, with other stuff. But most importantly, I think the point that I'm trying to hit on is that, you know, I went into this goal without a plan. Besides, I wanted to declutter. So I spent these past few days executing a list of things that need to be done and giving them timelines. I have books that I want to get rid of, and so sometime this week I will be donating books. I love going to the thrift store, so you know, I always say to myself, if I have things I need to give away, I'll give it away in the hopes that, you know, it will find another loving home. And so I love donating. I don't like throwing things away. I just prefer to donate. Now, if I hear something that's not worth donating, of course I'm not going to donate it. But, you know, for the most part, you know, your trash is somebody else's treasure, and your donations is, you know, somebody else's hidden gem to find, right? There's been plenty of times, because I love going to a thrift store. I love a good deal. There's been plenty of times I've gone to the thrift store and I found great deals. And so I go in, so I donated with that goal in mind, that there will be someone who's looking for the item I just, donated. So I will be doing that sometime, hopefully, if not this week, next week. I still have some things. I'm sorry, I don't mean to hold you guys up, but I have some things that I need to still go through in the basement before I take my first couple of boxes to the thrift store. So I know that I always look forward to finding a good deal, so I'm not going to donate and then just go in there and repurchase with, get rid of things and go buy other things to clutter up my space. That would not be the objective. Okay, this took long. This took me actually too long. I forgot I'm only on, let me see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, Thursday, Friday. So let's find another strip. Now I was pulling out rolls that I haven't used in a long time, and this is another one, but I don't think I'm going to use it because we're doing vertical lines now. But if I do use it, it will have to be used with something else. And so let's see what we have. I kind of like this. Now I've used this roll already before, but for time's sake, I really don't like to spend a lot of time trying to set these pages up, because it's just extra embellishment. It's not like I wouldn't use the planner if I didn't have it. I just like to have it. So I will put that down. Actually, I love this washi right here. I think I got this washi from, I want to say, Staples. But I only have this, and it's a nice thick roll too. Yeah, I think I got this from Staples. Staples have pretty good washi selections if you ever go to their website, but it's best to go to the store, because I've been in 2 different Staples and they have 2 different the selections were very different. So yeah, if you ever get a chance, go check them out if you're into washi. But yeah, I was kind of surprised when I saw it. So every now and then when I'm looking for a certain type of roll, they normally have the rolls that they have are pretty, I would say, what is this, like a 1/2 inch? They don't have the small shoe. That's not good. We're gonna pull it anyway. So darn it, because I want my planner page to look cute. Look what I did. That's okay. That's alright. It's just words. Just a little embellishment. Now I really have to lay this extra washi down, right? So yeah, they have a really good brand. So this right here is the Scotch Expression washi, and so it's a pretty thick roll, and it really, what I will say from my experience, the rolls are pretty much, they're really good quality. So I'm just going to put this right here. And this has turned into a whole project, you guys. And this was not my intention. So after I show you guys this setup, I think you would get the gist of what I'm doing in terms of setups. I will be tapering off doing less setups, but then I do want to introduce more bullet journal spreads to you guys using an A4. So the challenge that I'm presenting is that I do have both a B5 and an A5 journal. I don't use them for planning, but however, I was planning on using them. This is my last day. Yes. Boom. On Saturday, I normally do like a double sheet, so let me get that out the way, and then we'll flip through and I'll let you see all of them, and then I'll set one day up. For those of you who have never seen me, or who have never seen any of these videos, and how I set it up. So let me find one more roll. So what are we doing? We're doing horizontal. A lot of these washes, I do forget I have them. I tend to use the same ones over and over again. So whenever I do my flip through, or if you ever see it, you will see that I do use my same washes over and over again, especially my green ones. I love the floral prints in the washes. They just give it a earthy pop to it. But getting back to my challenge, see, that's the thing. I'll get off into other conversations that has nothing to do with what I was talking about. So after this one, after I set this up, I'll do a sample page for those of you who have never seen an actual setup. And I do have other setups, so on my channel. So check those videos out. I'm going to do a comparison of a B5 this week, because I did an A5 in my previous video, and so today I'll be doing a comparison with a B5 in this video, so you can get an idea of scale and size. And then after that, I have a video coming up where I show you A5, B5, and A4 bullet journal setups for April, using the same format. However, it's with different size journals. So that should be interesting for everybody. Okay. So these are my Saturday spreads. As I mentioned previously, if you don't know, on Saturday I like to do both. I normally use both sheets for planning for the next week. So let's go through the days. So we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then Sunday starts a new quarter, and that's part of my video that I'm showing. I have a video on that, so you won't see that. But let's get to a sample setup. Well, this is really going to help me, not you guys, but me. Yeah. This weekend I've had a really interesting weekend. Been doing a lot of reading, working on my project that I will soon reveal. Actually, it's not really a secret. It's just I'm working on creating planner spreads for individuals who have ADHD, and so that is something that I have highly become interested in, because I feel that planning is for everyone. And so I know a lot of people, or some people may say, you know what, planning is not for me, it's boring. But Really, it's just a catalog of your life. When you go back and look at, all the things that you've planned and all the things that you accomplished, within those plans. Going through my old planners, I always see people that I know, places I've been, things I've got accomplished. You know, it's really a milestone for success, and so I would just love for everybody to have the same excitement that I get when I'm planning. Okay, so this side right here is my dashboard. You probably can't see it because I have it written in pencil. Now I'll probably do the outline, but this right here is called my circular journal system. So in this box, I start off with an affirmation or today's goal. And the second part, the second square, it goes to something that happened or something I got accomplished in the AM. Third one, something that happened or something I got accomplished in the PM. And then the fourth one is concluding my day. And so I've been using this method. And actually, I can go back and just look at some of the things that on my dashboard list, and just look at and determine, how my day is going to turn out, depending on what I have to do or what kind of or depending on what like what kind of task that I need to complete from the previous weekend. Now this week, I am going to have a busy week, so normally on Sunday, I just put down 4 boxes, and so I don't bother it that much. I'm going to go ahead and lay out Monday. Also, when I'm planning, I do have to take stickers out. Take stuff out. I have my commonplace notebook in my planner also, and I keep a lot of my resources and other notes that I will probably need on a regular basis. I normally keep it in there, and I've been thinking about just setting up my journal differently with the content that I put in here, because I do a lot of journaling in my A5. I'll show you one. I will show you a spread that I recently did, and it just, I would say this is the reason for the season. When I'm able to sit down and collect my thoughts for the day, I go back and reflect this it's beautiful, right? So at some point I will go back, and I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about DEI. That's for another video. But then I'm reading the book, Black AF History, and so there was a quote that the author, not a quote, but it was a part in the book that had just caught my eye, and it talks about black joy, and I put down black boy joy because, for one, the male is the author, and when I thought about it, I was thinking about both of my sons, and so it was just a beautiful saying, and so I wrote it down. I did the circular journaling, and then this is reframing from negative self-talk, and then I wrote down, just positive affirmations. So when I'm able to have moments like that, and it's not all the time, a lot of times lately I've just been writing what's been going on in politics and trying to understand, what's going on in the legal system in terms of all these cases that's going on. And so it's been helpful in that sense too. This is an election year. I don't know when you'll see this video, but this is an election year, so I hope everyone is paying attention. I hope you are not falling prey to propaganda, because it's a lot of that out there. And know the issues, right? I know, and this is not a political talk, but I would like to say there are a lot of important issues at stake. I feel this way for every election, but I just feel like um, we have less rights than what my parents had, and that my parents, they grew up in the rights of in the era of when the civil rights era was just fresh and new. And I hear a lot of people say, well, it's not affecting me now, but I think in a few years from now, those small rights you think you had, you won't even have those, because we're not paying any attention to what's going on in politics. And I know a lot of people like to say, well, I'm not political. You need to be political. You need to care about the issues that's going on that would affect you. So in saying that, I'm going to end that part of this planner chat. But yeah, normally I would set up Monday and Tuesday. I'm sorry, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then when Tuesday come, I would just put one sheet. But I'm just going to put Sunday and Monday, and I'm not going to even like trace it now, but I just want to explain it to you. So I put down the six tasks that I need to accomplish. On Sundays, I hardly ever put down more than 6, because I do have other things that I need to check off my weekend list that I'm working on. And so I normally just put 4. And if I get to them, great. If I don't, I just push them over to the next side. But this is my A4 setup for the last week of August. So let's go through the pages. So this is Sunday. This is Monday. This is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And once again, a complete dashboard layout for Saturday. And so that would end this part of the video. I want to get into my B5. Let me put my commonplace notebook down back in my planner. This is a chunky monkey. I mean, the more I plan, the more this is what I'm dealing with. This all of this, okay? But that's okay. I'm okay with it. This is my system for now, and this is what's working for me. So I will not complain about that. Okay, so let's get into my B5. So as I was saying previously, I did a video and I did a walkthrough of a spread, a similar spread that I had in my B5, right? So today in this video, I'll be showing you the A5. And these are the size differences. This is the A5, and this is the B5, which is probably about, what, 2 inches smaller than the A5. So it's shorter in length. And so this is my B5, and this is probably about 1 inch. Yeah, it's probably it's about 1 inch shorter than my A5. I mean, than my A4. And so I've used the B5 before. I think that was actually my first bullet journal. It was the size of a B5. Yeah, it was the size. And then I went to a A4 Leuchtturm, and that was a treat. That's actually a little bigger than this one. At some point, I'll do a flip through so you guys can see all the pages. But I do want to do a comparison layout. All right. So, and I always want to start with my wellness wheel, because those are the 2 big comparisons, just to let everybody know that this can be done in any spread, in any size bullet journal. Got to get my H2O. Okay, so this is messy. Let me try to get as much of this out the way. Okay, so this is my monthly wellness wheel. So my monthly wellness wheel is just that. Now I'll give you a better idea of that in my A4. Let me show you one that's already. You probably can't see all the axes on here because some of them are in black ink and some of them are what you consider in green. I was exploring something with this. I don't know what I was doing. But this is a size A4 layout of my wellness wheel. And a wellness wheel is similar to a goals similar to goals, but you know, more or less isolating areas within your life and focusing on it. I'm gonna give you an example. Daily hydration for me, focusing on that. And then, you know, the clutter in the basement. That's just one aspect of my house, right? The things that are going to make my life run smoother and, you know, give me a little bit more, give me a less stress in my environment. So that's what my wellness wheel is about. Like, what areas in your life you need to focus on, and then focus on that, and then check them off as you go. This is a B5 size of the wellness, my monthly wellness wheel, and so you will hit all of those same goals. Now, in my Etsy store, it will explain all of this. So if anybody see this and say, well, I don't know what to do with it, all of this will be explained in my Etsy store, because these two right here come as a set. So this is your wellness weekly check-in list. And so whatever goals that you have, you mimic the same goals on each box. One, let me move both of these right here. So you have one, and then one. And so as you are finishing your goals, week one, once you complete that goal, you mark it off the box. Okay? And so this is how this is set up. My next layout is my line a day. And like I said, I've been focusing on doing more interactive spreads for individuals who have ADHD. And one thing I do know is that, you know, to suffer with it, and I feel like we all suffer from, you know, distractions from time to time, but it is a real medical, not illness, but it is a real medical disability. So what helps is to have maybe two things instead of separate ongoing layouts all the time. So when I do my layouts, that is in mind when I'm doing my layouts. So my line a day, you give a quick description of your day, right? Went to work, it was a beautiful day. Bought myself roses, easy, right? And then down here, you will color code it. So it is up to you to choose colors to determine your day. And then based on your day, you will color the box in. So this will be in my Etsy store on the 27th. I'm already completed. I finished it and it'll be available. Now, also, my gratitude log. And so when I'm doing, you know, like I said, it's mostly to be interactive, to keep your attention. And so these are just sketches. These are not the final look for any of them, but just to give you an idea of how, you know, some of this look in my B5 as opposed to my A4. A gratitude log, once again, keeping that in mind, it's in circular motion until you get all the way to the end. So this is another layout that I have for a line a day, and then you put down gratitude. So it works two different ways. So these are two different spreads. You either write a line a day and then you put down your mood, or you do a line a day and then you write down a gratitude. And then small boxes, because you don't need to, in this case, this is, it's not for you to write, you know, like long elaborate paragraphs. It's just say, you know what, grateful for my for my green shoes, or grateful for beautiful weather, or just beautiful weather. Just to, you know, to have that, just to have that. So that's my B4 spread. And so this is what I call my my daily, what I normally use in my A4. And I'll give you an example of that one. I think I did give you an example, but I'll go right back to the sheet that I was using. Let's see what I can pull up. Okay. They're very, I have to be mindful of, you know, pulling up some of these planner sheets, because not everything is for YouTube consumption. Okay, so I think this one is safe enough. Okay, so I did this one. This is Friday. This is this past Friday. And so because it snowed, I just got extra stickers and I put this down. Like I said, a lot of times the final look is going to be a little bit more, it's going to be different, you know, from when I started. So this is my Friday layout. So I normally put like weekend tasks, and so I put it all right here. And then I put down right here in my sidebar books that I'm reading, things that I have planned, what I had for dinner. I did my circular wheel journaling, and then other things that I need to remember to do, and then I did a little journaling at the bottom. Okay? And so this right here is the same. This is a better example. So this slide, this spread right here is a weekly. So you have your circular journaling, and then you have your 7 days right here. And then you have your open space where you can do basically whatever you want to do. Whether it's rapid logging. This is really used for rapid logging. This open space down here. But like I said, you can use it for however you want. And so this layout is definitely a weekly. This is my daily. This is what I have in my journal, but this is in a B5 format. So this is in a B5 format. So what you have is date, task, and then like I said, you know, you start one off with, you know, a goal or an affirmation, right? To get your day started, you know, to gear your mind towards something positive. And then you go to, you know, a thing, something that you accomplished in the AM, or something that, you know, you discovered in the AM. You do the same thing for your PM, and then you conclude your day. And so once again, this bottom space is for rapid journaling. So out of my B5 and my A4, those are the comparisons I wanted to share with you in this video. And so hopefully you got something out of it. And if you're interested in more content on comparisons, I have more videos coming out. Actually, my April video is catered to that, where I will show you comparisons in all 3 journals, so you can see how the layouts look. And so, you know, hopefully, you know, it'll give you the opportunity, you know, to make a decision on if you would like to try a different size besides what you have right now. So that is the goal to the series. But in conclusion, I want to thank you for staying with me through this long chatty video. I'm horrible at edits, so if this is longer than 40 minutes and if you stayed this long, I do appreciate you. And hopefully you'll be back to see more videos, more bullet journal content, more reading journal content. And so, yeah, that'll be it. I'm going to get back to reading my book. I'm going to sit up for about another, I say, hour after I tidy up, straighten up around a little bit. And I'm going to read, probably a half an hour more. This is getting good. Like, this is better than I expected to be, and I've waited so long to read it, and now that I'm reading, I'm like, why did I wait this long? So definitely there will be a follow-up on the books that I'm reading now. I have 4 that I'm trying to finish by the end of this month, and one is Assyria. The second one is Black AF History. Miss Ross, call her Miss Ross. I did a little reading in that one too. And then another one that I'm trying to finish by the end of this month, because I have several other bigger books that I'm working through. But it's cast by Isabel Wilkerson. I'm finishing that one up, and it's pretty good. Yeah, so those are the 4. So we'll see if we finish it up. If not, we'll just move it over to the next video. To the next month, and we'll continue it. But until then, thank you for joining. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful evening wherever you're at, and hopefully I will see you, or we'll talk in future videos. Bye-bye.